Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Brian Still here on WKBN.com with your weather web update ahead of a major snowstorm that we're expecting to roll into the valley here in the evening hours into the overnight that will be causing quite a mess for all of us. Right now, taking a live look out towards downtown Salem. Some of those flakes are already flying in the camera at the moment, and that's also showing on Storm Team 27 Viper radar. The first bands of the snow are moving from the south to the north into the valley, and all of us will be seeing snow here relatively quickly within a few hours from now, and some of those snowfall rates could be very heavy by the time we get into the real meat and potatoes of the storm. Here is that low pressure center off to our south at the moment. They'll be pushing its way up to the north and east. It's going to be causing all of the travel headaches that we'll have going into tomorrow. Thankfully, tomorrow is a holiday, so a lot of banks, government offices, and schools will be closed. That will help limit the travel and help crews be able to clear the roads a lot faster. One of the things that's going to be helping this storm accumulate so much snow is, for the most part, our temperatures are staying below that freezing point. So without really any melting happening, unless some surfaces have been pre-treated, that's going to help things build up a lot faster across the area. Winter storm warnings are still in effect for the entire viewing area. Out in Trumbull and Mahoning counties, they're still listed for 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. That goes until 10 a.m. tomorrow. And then out in Pennsylvania and Columbiana County, those winter storm warnings go until 1 p.m. on Monday. So be very careful with those winter storm warnings in effect if any traveling needs to happen. So this is that storm system that we're watching at the moment. It's going to be pushing its way up the Ohio River Valley into central Pennsylvania, western Pennsylvania as well. And because right now current projections have that low center just shifting a little bit more to the west, we are on the heavier side as far as precipitation goes. And that has actually increased the snowfall totals that we had, the estimates that we had from yesterday, that we're actually expecting a little bit more snow across much of the valley as that continues to push its way up to the north. Behind that, a lot of cold and dry air, a lot of wind, and some lake effect snowfall is possible with that as well. As we time everything up closer to home, by the time we get to around 6 o'clock, all of us should be seeing some snowfall in one way or another. And then going throughout the rest of the evening and overnight hours, we could be seeing snowfall rates anywhere between 1 to 2 inches an hour. So any travel that needs to happen across the entire region or even areas outside of the valley, take a lot of caution. Some road closures could be in effect, especially with PennDOT, if there's any restrictions on the highways there. And it'll stay that way throughout much of the overnight hours. Now, one thing we are also watching is there could be some pockets of the upper layers of the atmosphere that are above freezing. So some freezing precipitation, freezing rain is possible. That's where it falls as rain and then freezes on contact. And some sleet is possible as well, which is also making things trickier estimating the snow totals. But ice is also a problem that we will be watching for as the snow system continues to push its way off to our north and east away from the valley as well. As far as the snowfall totals that we're watching, there are several different computer models that we've been looking at, but all of them tell a very similar story. We're ranging between 8 to 12 inches for a lot of areas in the valley, and some of them are a little more exaggerated than others, but from how they keep on shifting, they've been leaning more towards the heavier side for much of us across the area. What we're calling for, the official estimate, the official forecast from WKBN is anywhere between 9 to 13 inches is most likely the amount of snowfall that we can expect across the valley. Some pockets could see closer to 1.5 feet, especially in snowdrifts, but even the very low end that we're looking for, still 6 inches at the minimum, and it's not looking like that total is going to go down anytime soon. Tonight, we'll drop down to about 24 degrees as this winter storm arrives. Again, snowfall rates could range between 1 to 2 inches per hour at times, with some freezing rain possible. Tomorrow for your Martin Luther King Day, we'll make it up to about 30 degrees. By the time we get to the afternoon, again, 9 to 13 inches are possible with some lake effect behind that, but just be very careful if any driving needs to happen between now and tomorrow.